Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a good week. Heading to the Anvil Trade Post to pick up the missing spy quest.
No, not lost, sir. She's dead.
Oh, tragic. Truly tragic. But they say the desert calls the weak.
My God, man, she was one of yours. Cousin, even.
I am in deep mourning, sir. Rumors of disloyalty buzzed around her like blowflies, but now, who's to say? Certainly not her.
My one pleasure in this hell is knowing that you're trapped here with me.
A momentary setback, I assure you.
Even your Harkonnen masters find you insufferable, Maxim. You're down here forever.
Tell me, dear Anton, what's it like being the handkerchief your superiors use to wipe the gore off shining Atreides' honor?
Let's settle this.
Gladly.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
Do you aspire to contribute to something bigger than yourself? Care to join the right side of this war? What you just witnessed was the product of 10 centuries of bad blood between House Atreides and House Harkonnen. As you say. You're not wrong. That is the product of several years of bile between I and my loathsome counterpart over there. The laws of Canley prevent either of us from doing what our knives are so eager to do. In accordance with the Great Convention, Canley is enactment of a formal feud. Its rules keep conflicts between the great houses more civilized. I am Anton Tolliver. I serve proudly as a soldier for House Atreides. However, my superiors deem me useful for more subtle operations. I am of House Atreides. There is no call I do not answer. There is no faith that I betray. My roots stretch back to the ancient mythologies of Earth. And I cleave to it all the tighter since coming to Arrakis. Look over at my counterpart, Maxim, that vulgar, avaricious addict. Squatting like a scheming toad, I aspire to be everything that he is not. Any other questions? Very little of my time is free. I devote myself towards ending the war of assassins, at least, though I sometimes listen to Communinet broadcasts. The Atreides broadcasts. After everything I've seen on Arrakis, the serials ring naive to me, but the poetry still strums something in my soul. Duke Leto is the paragon example of all we stand for. Strength with wisdom, justice with generosity, steel with compassion. Everything Arrakis needs. Ours is a noble house, not only in blood,
but in loyalty and honor. We've defended these values all the way back to ancient Greece on Old Terra. Then perhaps you are just the sort we're looking for. We endure as the antithesis of everything House Harkonnen stands for. The Harkonnens have no honor, no values, no redeeming qualities. Their recruiter over there is a vile runoff of every one of their anti-virtues. These Samuda-addicted freaks will lie to you, exploit you, and throw your used husk aside when they're done. You have my word.
My house seeks assets in this wretched war of assassins. I prefer open conflict, but my Duke needs me here. Trust is not an easy thing in a war of assassins, but I have a task that needs doing. Complete it, and we can discuss our future association.
One of our undercover agents went missing. I fear Maxim is on to him. Bring me him or information on what became of him.
That's not important right now. Finding him quickly is.
Find the agent. Details are in this contract.
Well, you look more capable than the average scum. This war of assassins has a way of making people into victims or victors. Which are you, I wonder? Oh, dear Anton over there? The poor sod was meant for the battlefield, not intrigue. He drank his own propaganda, and it's turning to poison in his guts. The business of espionage is often cold, but thanks to the laws of Canley, Anton and I have kept intimate enough closeness as to make it personal. I freely admit I mix my business and pleasure. One should not do these things judiciously. Relish your success, and you shall imbibe more success. Pardon me, living in the heat and lingering Fremen stink erodes civility. I am Levenbrek Maxim Kazmir, intelligence officer of Great House Harkonnen. We Harkonnen believe in power and hierarchy. The strong prevail and free the weak from agency, delivering them to glorious submission. Which are you? Arrogance. I like that. It is the precursor to success. Or spectacular ruin. You should fit in just fine. Regardless, you seem shrewder than my Atreides counterpart over there. Look at that poor lumpling, waiting for a pat on the head from his masters. I'd call him a typical Atreides hypocrite. But dear Anton lacks the depth for hypocrisy. He truly believes the fairy tales his house spoon-feeds him. As I said, I am Levenbrek Maxim Kazmir, an intelligence officer of the Great House Harkonnen. And I'll tell you a secret. I do not belong here. Success breeds envy. My wild success breeds wildly envious peers. Their petty schemes have temporarily lowered me into this grubby purgatory. This is temporary. It's good for me. While they grow lazy above, I hone my craft below, collecting diamonds in the rough among this criminal scum. They say it was my excesses that brought me low. Lies. My hungers make me great. An army marches on its stomach. Great men march on their vices. Do I detect a haughty tone? If you are indeed highborn, why hasn't your blood and breeding protected you from the shabby state I find you in? Have I sated your curiosity in me? That's the trick. I'm never not scheming. But you refer to leisure. I enjoy the occasional Communinet broadcast, particularly the Man Trap. A glorious combination of survival and spectacle. This year's competition is fierce. My wagers are already placed. I may have some inside knowledge. But enough about me. Let us talk of opportunities and success. Success is by far my favorite drug, sweeter than even Zamuta. Brazen and eager, I can work with that. I'd say it's about building trust, but this is a game of intrigue, so we'll deal in usefulness instead. You see, my job is to sift through the dregs of this dunghole, separating rare talent from so much meat we throw into the grinder. My last promising asset up and vanished while on the trail of an Atreides agent. Are they dead? Are they deep into their cups? It is unimportant. The Atreides agent is the thing. Bring me all the information you can gather, and we may just allow you under the umbrella of our success. Perhaps Anton was sloppy in contacting his agent, and perhaps I spied on him. But if he's on the move, we must hurry. We must hurry. Find information regarding the Atreides agent, and you'll find our favor.
From Anvil, head straight down as shown on the map to the Purple Gate.
Shields up! They're here! Require assistance!
Spice Blow.
Day 5 surveillance report. Harkonnen hard target 42M. The facility maintains round-the-clock house shielding. The shield has dropped briefly on 2 occasions since the last report. In both cases, it was to facilitate the landing of Courierthopters. I understand that locating Captain Skorda is now my #1 priority, but so far, I've seen no one matching his description. I'm maintaining careful surveillance. Update. I must express my concerns about the tenability of this position. A few hours ago, I observed a Hark with binoculars, having a good hard look in this direction. Don't know if I'm made or not, but my relief is now overdue. We'll keep watch as long as possible. Atreides.
Sandstorm heading somewhere. Time to deliver the report to one of the recruiters. Atreides or Harkonnen.
Nice to see you again. Never a dull moment when you're about, eh? Oh, yes. Yes. Success is definitely my favorite drug. Now, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yes, yes. My hands and mind are rapacious for ill-gotten intel. You are indeed resourceful, unlike the lots I have to deal with in this wretched place. Perhaps you can help me. Perhaps we can help each other. You shouldn't know that name. My, but you do exceed expectations. I believe this is the start of a beautifully treacherous friendship. The dead man was a spy, trailing one Lieutenant Ty Skorda, an Atreides deserter. Desertion seems to be an epidemic in the desert. This is a delicate matter for the Atreides. You see, Duke Leto himself intervened on Skorda's behalf a few years ago. It would be quite the scandal. I wish I knew what Skorda is up to. They may know up the chain, but my temporary demotion deprives me of certain resources. Perhaps we can fix that. Your presumption is sweet, but misplaced. I collect deniable assets. I run them through the meat grinder of espionage. Most end up fine paste. But I suspect you'll choke the machine. Are you disposable? Certainly. But being deniable comes with certain freedoms. I trust you'll exploit them. We share a problem. I was not meant for this dung heap. Only my jealous peers contrive to place me here by exaggerating my extracurricular hungers. I must get out of this place. I must again deal in skilled agents rather than asset scum. You can help me rise, and I, in turn, can help you. That's the beauty of being an undercover and deniable asset. Your movements are unrestricted. You're as likely to get shot or stabbed as anyone else. I always have tasks that need doing. Do them and I will pay you. And we will bide our time to seize further opportunities. Our target resides near the Atreides fortress. I need something incriminating planted. A false log. The contract has the particulars. Do not distract from your task with questions. For now, focus on the action itself. We can talk at leisure when it is all done.
Based on the boats, we're going to betray the Harkonnens and align with Atreides. Thanks for watching.